talking about Sanlam as we talk about brands as if they are people, kind of who and what brands are. So I'd like to kick off with if you can tell me, who is Sanlam and where has Sanlam come from? What is the journey? What is the history that has brought you to this point?
We regard ourselves as a Pan-African financial services group. We listed, on the stock exchange in Johannesburg. We were established in 1918 as a life insurance company, and we've evolved now into being the largest non-banking financial services group on the continent through our diversification strategy. We provide comprehensive and bespoke financial solutions to institutional clients, but also to people like me and you, individual clients or consumers, across all markets and across all segments. We are now in 33 countries, and our areas of expertise include life insurance, general insurance, financial planning, retirement, investments, and wealth management. We also do, by the way, have some business interests outside of the continent and in India through a business called Shriram. We are in Malaysia as well. We are in Lebanon. We are in the United Kingdom, and some of the niche presence, territories in selected developed markets. So we've just repositioned our brand with this ethos of pioneering inclusive financial confidence, with a new payoff line, live with confidence. So we are about inspiring people to achieve their dreams and aspirations, irrespective of who you are.
In the game of life, one important thing can increase your chance of success. Confidence. Confidence is a game changer.
Mariska, is there anything you'd like to add to that?
Charles, I think Sydney said that beautifully, right? So we've been on this journey of financial empowerment for 103 years. If we can get more people included into the financial systems, we know more people will live better lives and live with confidence and live specifically with financial confidence.
If you look at insurance is a grudge purchase. How do you make something like that meaningful to millions of Africans? If we look at the Hofstadter Index, we can see that South Africans are quite patriarchal. They're very individualistic and that sort of thing. You go to Nigeria, it's not an individualistic society as South Africa is.
You are very right? So the continent is very diverse, and all the different cultures are very diverse, and you can't really compare west to east to south to north, right? So you really need to understand what goes on the continent. But maybe just like you said, we were born an insurance company, but I think it's very important to understand that we are a fully diversified financial services organization. I think COVID has shown people, this pandemic that we are in, the importance of financial services and very much the importance of products like insurance, which is there to protect you, protect your livelihood, and protect your family. I think you do it by showing people the relevance of these things within their lives, right? And looking at it always from a consumer perspective. What is in it for them, and why is it there? And why do they actually need this product, and what value can you add? And I think that's where our new positioning sits as well. It's also about education, very much about education, financial literacy. Without financial literacy, there's no financial inclusion.
How do you communicate the kind of breadth and depth of that? You know what I mean? So people do that when you do arrive, people have this full sense of who and what you are.
I think that's where the science of marketing comes in. I always say, marketing is part art, part science, and a lot of people tend to put overemphasis on the creative part. Yes. And you don't quite get it right on the creative part if you don't have the science part right. So the extensive work we did landed us on something that is universal in understanding what's happening in people's lives. Yes. The universal consumer insight across the continent, irrespective of age, irrespective of country, is this notion that everyone deserves an equal chance to live a better life,
Absolutely.
and to have confidence in their financial future. The idea of financial inclusion, the idea of financial security, those things are universal across the continent. So we were able to get to this notion of financial confidence, not quite easily, but through the science of understanding truly what's happening in people's minds and behaviors, in habits, and the research that we've done, tells us that we've hit the spot.
I think it is the combination of, and we've heard it so many times, the logic and the magic, right? It is the science, but it's also the art. And I think in marketing, at some point, I think we lean too far into the magic and the art and the creativity. And like Sydney said, with that came some, issues of our credibility. We're now leaning back into the science and the logic, and the data, but I think often that's now happening at the expense of the other side. And I think what is very important is that you balance both of those sides. You can have all the data, but if you don't bring it to life in a way that actually resonates with people and speaks to their hearts, because that's what marketing is. It's a people-centric discipline, So I think it's also important that you then bring it to life in a way that resonates with people.
Now you're talking about confidence and confidence as an orientation in respect of your money. Tell me about confidence. What does this confidence mean? And then how do you unpack that with your products and services? Yeah. And then what are you doing to build confidence?
This idea of confidence is a feeling of empowerment.
Yes.
What we believe is that confidence gives you the notion that it's going to be okay. Not just okay because it's just a hollow promise. It's because I'm partnering with the right people. It's because, I've got the right tools. It's because I've been given, the elementary financial literacy. And that's what actually builds economic confidence. I mean, even in the economic sense, we talk about business confidence. Not because it's, it's hazy. No, it's okay because I think I've got all the things that I need in the artillery to be able to, challenge whatever impediments or challenges or opportunities that come my way.
When you start unpacking it, what confidence is, you see that confidence is not just one thing. It's many things. To be confident means to be optimistic. It means to be prepared. It means to be, take accountability for your money. It means to make the right choices. Is that what you're saying to me?
I think it's exactly that. Now that Sydney set it up so lovely, Charles. Confidence comes from many things, and it's confidence in life, but also very much what we want to instill is this confidence in my financial future, right? So it really is about making sure that you've got the knowledge, the tools, the products, and the partners, the lifetime partners that can help you on this journey to financial confidence. And it's not something I think that happens just overnight or immediately. It is something that you work towards. And it takes time, right? I think with everything, confidence gets built over time, but it gets built because you have the right sort of knowledge and tools and partners by your side. We didn't want to just go out there and put a positioning out there, some pretty words on a paper that says live with confidence. We really wanted to enable financial confidence. And it's for that reason that our campaign is very much focused on what we call the confidence rules. So these are really practical pieces of advice that we give people in terms of how they should live with confidence. But over and above that, I think there's two initiatives that we're really proud of that we have embarked on as part of this repositioning. The first is the Sanlam Mula Money Family Game Show. So it was the first of its kind financial education family game show that we ran on ETV in April, May, and June, watched by about 18 million people. And we did some research after that, and people do feel more financially confident after they watched it. And I think the second one is the Sanlam Savings Jar, which is a application that we developed which teaches children basic management and saving. So we say it transports them into this magical world of saving where they become dragon masters and they set a goal and they go on a quest and they save golden coins into a jar. And, it really teaches kids the importance of saving, because we also believe you have to start that young. I'm not going to talk to that much more. I'm going to ask Sydney if there's anything else he wants to sort of...
What Mariska hasn't covered here today is something called, the Confidence Coach chatbot through Facebook, where you can, talk to this coach, Jose Mourinho. We picked one of, the most successful football coaches in the world, but he talks about financial confidence to really deal with issues of financial literacy and upskill people. So what we are getting here is a sense that we've really made sure that they are not just, a new motto. They are new, or few words that sit underneath our logo, as we like to say. It's a promise to every man, to every woman, and every child on this continent that gives them a sense that, they can have a real difference in their lives.